Hi everyone, and welcome to your April 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. This month I'm going to be starting something new over on my Vimeo On Demand page. I'm going to be doing a one-card spiritual guidance reading for each sign that goes along with your reading here. For those of you that are interested in that. This month I'm going to be using the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So yeah, I'm doing this for two reasons. The first being that the spread that I do, it doesn't really offer, there's advice woven throughout, but there's no really position for spiritual guidance. And I know a lot of people connect with these types of decks. So I wanted to incorporate those. I also have a lot of those decks. That was reason number two. This will give me a chance to utilize those. Because they have direct messages, these Oracle decks, I find them a little limiting when I'm doing a full spread or a reading. But for direct spiritual guidance, they are pretty perfect for that. So I'll be doing that, give you the message and the meaning of the card, but also messages that I'm getting for each of you and the spiritual guidance. So for those of you that are interested in that, the link will be below to my on-demand page. And you can go over there and check these out for a small fee and view those. If you're on a mobile device, just tap the arrow beneath this video to open the details section, or you can click show more on a computer and it will open that section. But without further ado, on to your April reading. Hello, my dear Scorpions. Welcome to your April 2016 Runescope. Please do keep in mind these are general readings, so you're going to want to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That will have some additional messages for you. If you would like a reading that is all about you, I encourage you to drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U, and we can set up an appointment for a 30-minute consultation with me. I do those on Skype, and they are $65. So if you want to set that up, my email address is here in the video, but it's also below the video in the details section. So let's see. Which runes want to talk to Scorpios for April? Okay. And this month I'm going to be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. I don't know if you can see that. There's kind of a glare. It's a beautiful deck that was gifted to me by a special someone. So I'm breaking it in April, and I'm loving it. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. But let's see what the Golden Tarot wants to tell my Scorpions. All right. Well, the challenge or focus, 7 of Coins, is coming up. So I feel like April's going to be a very busy month for you. The 7 of Coins, you're working very hard on something, and you have a lot to do. And for many of you, this is I feel like you're focusing very much on several things. So it's not just like your day job. For many of you, maybe there is a business you're trying to start up or a project you're working on your own that you're trying to complete as well, but very, very busy. The thing is though, you're going to make a huge amount of progress in April, but there's going to be a need for keeping that balanced. So you may have, some other areas that come up. I feel like in April, like other areas that maybe things develop where you have to kind of you have to kind of tear yourself away from your work. Those things are coming up because if you don't kind of address those, they could intensify or kind of get out of hand. So it is important when other things come up. There may be some surprising developments in April or things that kind of come out of the blue that you have to deal with, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm already buried under work and I really need to get this done. Your work's going to be all right. You're going to find a way to do this, but you may find it challenging to deal with work and everything else that's that is coming up. For some of you, you may be dealing with, we do have legalities on the table, and also the Queen of Swords, who can often be a lawyer. So you may be consulting an advisor. You may be consulting a lawyer about a legal situation, or a financial advisor about certain things that you are considering doing with your own business. You may be talking to someone about a tax situation, as April is, here in the States, tax month. So you may be talking to someone, consulting with someone, how could I, pay less in taxes, or what would be the best way to set up like a 401k or prepare for retirement, that sort of thing. Now, the Queen of Swords could also be an air sign, female or male, in these general readings, but she is coming up as the Queen. So she could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra that who is dealing with a legal situation, and maybe it's affecting you because of your proximity to her. Maybe she's your wife or your mom, or someone close to you who is trying to gain balance to a situation that has been quite disruptive, has been quite, there's been upheaval around this situation, but she's in the upright, so I feel like this is something maybe that was happening to her. She wasn't the cause of it. Now, Scorpio, I do feel for some of you, you are going to be taking on the attributes of the Queen of Swords, in the sense that you are going to be speaking the truth in a very blunt manner and not real concerned if other people take offense. And you can't be that way sometimes, Scorpio, but because she's in the upright, you need to express yourself. I don't know that in most cases, the other person may not want to hear it. But you have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to your experience, and you have to be true to your way of expressing yourself. You really don't know any other way. There's no in between with Scorpio. You either get the whole truth or you don't get the truth at all. There's really nothing in the middle. You guys can be very good about hiding things and keeping secrets from other people, but when you're ready to kind of express yourself, it's all going to come out, and you're really not going to sugarcoat things. Not big on the sugarcoating. And for most of you, this is someone who has been lazy in some way, maybe taken advantage of you in some way, or really has been kind of selfish. And maybe those are the sorts of things that you will be voicing. The thing is, though, you're protected in April, especially regarding communication and advice you're getting from someone who's communicating with you. So, because this is coming up right next to this Queen of Swords, the Thor's rune. So you have a lot of protection, and even though, there could be a lot of force behind what you're saying or expressing to someone, it's necessary. And again, in a legal sense, I mean, this could be your lawyer who is just like, being very forceful, being very blunt. You may feel kind of sorry for the opposing side because this person is so kind of, take no prisoners. But that's the way it has to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's going to get you the result that you want. Now the help that's going to be available to you, we have an 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups coming up here as the help. And a Waz. So some of you may be moving. For some of you, maybe you're packing. Maybe that's what the 7 of Coins is. It's like you're going to work, but you're also trying to pack for a move. You're also trying to get ready for a trip or a vacation. If there's a chance for you to get away in April, or just go on even a long weekend, that's going to be really positive for you. That's really going to maybe you need to get some distance from this situation, whatever's going on. Maybe you do, maybe this is kind of like you're having to work extra so you can take a vacation. You're having to kind of like get ahead so you can, I know that's the case for a lot of people. It's kind of like vacation punishment. I'm going to take a vacation. So there's the pre-vacation extra work and then the extra work when I come back. Maybe that's what you're trying to do. And you're feeling really kind of rushed and up against the clock. Because you've got this trip planned, or you're trying to pack and move, but I mean, whatever this is, whether you're moving, whether this, you know, you're having to get all this work done to move or take a vacation, this change is going to be a huge benefit to you. And, you know, this trip or this new residence it's going to enable you to leave behind some emotional difficulties, or leave behind, you know, so I feel like maybe this happens after the court date, or maybe after you kind of speak your piece to whoever this person is. You just like say it and then you're like, I'm out of here. I'm going on a trip, whatever. I gotta go. I gotta get away. I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah, what can't be changed is that Judgment is here in reverse. And I almost feel like I'm getting the word whining. Like someone's going to be whining that you're so harsh, Scorpio. You're so critical. You're so this and you're so that. And it's like, but this person has brought this on themselves. It's like, oh really? Because have you forgotten? Have you forgotten what you did? Or have you forgotten the things that you said to me? Or it's like you're going to need to remind someone. It's like, okay, you may feel like I'm being harsh, but are you hearing how I was feeling? I mean, are we gonna, you know, are you receptive to what I'm telling you I was feeling, or are you just brushing it off and we're back to you again? Because if you're feeling like you're expressing your truth and someone just don't, you know, is totally disregarding it, or not being receptive to it, not accepting it because it's a condemnation of their bad behavior, then this is not someone who's ready to repair a relationship, or is not ready to move forward until they can admit that, you know, it's almost like somebody's trying to place blame on you for something you didn't do, that's something that they did, or just kind of slacked off and didn't do, or kind of like pushed their responsibility off on you. This could be a work situation too, Scorpio, where someone just, you know, pawned off their responsibilities on you, and maybe it got done, you know, or maybe they didn't do their job and they're trying to blame it on you. There's something about that where someone's trying to push their bad behavior or irresponsibility off on you, and you're going to be like, oh, hold on a minute. Excuse me? I feel like intuitively though, Scorpio, you're just going to know that you're right. You're going to know that what you're saying is the truth. And I feel like you're unconcerned really with how at this point, I mean, you've just moved on emotionally. You no longer care how this person is going to feel about this. You know how you feel. You know what you went through. You know that your judgment is correct. It is not overly harsh. Intuitively, you know what's going on here. And, you know, I feel like, you know, you should express that. You know, look, you're just denying this because you know it's true. Or, you know, maybe you're having a problem dealing with that. That's not my problem. I'm done with this situation. Now, at the end of April, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So, this is an unmasking. This is taking the blindfold off. And I feel like for you, Scorpio, this is you taking someone else's blindfold off, you know? It's like, you're like, shh, look, can you see now? And I feel like this person, for many of you, may be resistant to this. They may be fighting this. So, you know, and until they're ready to accept that or see the truth as you are you're just going to be like, oh, well, I'm moving on with it. Whatever. My life goes on until you're ready to deal with this or talk on a real level. And I think intuitively you're going to know that this person will either have to pay the price or, you're going to be proven right is what I feel that in April, Scorpio. And now some of you may be kind of letting the cat out of the bag on someone else who's been slacking off. Maybe you've been having to do their work. Maybe that's what, for some of you, why you've been picking up someone else's slack, covering for them, and you're not going to do it anymore. So you're like reporting it and you're like, look, this person, why are they even here? You're going to take the blindfold off of a boss maybe, or a manager or someone and kind of letting them know that someone hasn't been doing their job, and that person may be no more as far as in the workplace. That person may be fired or let go. Now, some of you with this legal situation, there may be a judgment that comes down in April that, is in favor of the other side. But you're going to do an appeal because maybe why. For some of you, I feel like maybe that there was something going on with the judge and the lawyer on the other side, or there's a connection maybe so that this judge was not the right person. So you're going to, appeal this because you're intuitively going to know what went on, what happened. So yeah, unfortunately, if you feel like there is an unfair judgment or a judgment that was not impartial, I feel like will be appealing because your intuition, you're going to be feeling very strongly pulled to do so. Be like, no, I'm not going to let that. I'm not going to go down with that. I'm not going to fly with that. So you may be pursuing a legal case to the next level, taking it to the next level. Maybe this is a settlement offer to you and you're like, that is not even cover, so we're going to court. No, that is not enough for what I've had to deal with. So, and for some of you, this may have to do with a divorce. This may be someone trying to point the finger at you, trying to kind of make you out to be the bad guy or girl in the situation. But, you're intuitively going to know that you can appeal this or that you'll be able to turn this around, maybe not in April, but maybe in May, and show the truth and reveal the truth for what it is. Now, if you really are the bad guy, Scorpio, which I mean, these energies work both ways. So I always have to kind of put it out there. If you have been the one who, made a situation unworkable or cheated someone out of something, then, of course you may think the judgment's not fair, but, you can fight it if you want, but if you know that there's something that someone could find out and be unmasked and totally kind of lose your case, you may just want to pay up and go ahead and let it go. But again, I feel like that's the minority. Those kind of Scorpios probably don't tune into to these readings too much, but that's what I see for Scorpio for April. Again, be sure to go check out your spiritual guidance card that will give you some more advice as far as how to deal with the challenges of April. And this month, again, they will be coming from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So if you just hop over there, you can get some more help regarding April. But other than that, I will see you back here in May. Good luck, Scorpio.